Hey, I hope you're doing okay tonight. If you're lying down, just settle in, get a little comfortable, and let the noise of the day slowly fade out. Sometimes our minds carry too much, even at night, but hopefully the next few minutes can feel soft and calming for you. Tonight, we're talking about something that might sound impossible at first, but science suggests it might already be real in a certain way. Time travel. Not just in movies, not just in imagination, but in the laws of physics themselves. When I first learned that time travel might actually be possible, I didn't believe it either. It almost sounds like science fiction. But the strange thing is, our universe doesn't completely forbid it. In fact, some theories even suggest that time travel is already happening around us, silently, without us noticing. Take a slow breath if you want to, and just imagine this with me. What if moving forward in time wasn't fantasy at all? What if the universe is already built in a way that allows time to stretch, bend, and move differently depending on how we travel? According to Einstein, time isn't fixed. It's not a straight line. Time is flexible. It stretches and slows depending on speed, gravity, and even the space around us. That means time isn't the same for everyone, and that simple idea changes everything. If you're enjoying these calm nighttime stories, feel free to subscribe so you can find your way back whenever you need a peaceful moment before sleep. And if you ever have a topic you want me to talk about, you can leave it in the comments. I read all of them. Now, here's the most surprising part. Scientists already proved that traveling into the future is possible. Not by magic, not by machines, but by motion itself. The faster you move, the slower your time runs. This isn't theory anymore. It's proven. Astronauts in space age slightly slower than people on Earth. It's a tiny difference, but it's real. Which means they return to Earth just a little bit in the future, just by orbiting the planet. Small, but it counts. And this happens every day. Think about that for a moment. The universe already lets us move forward in time, just by speeding up. We're already time travelers in a tiny way. And that's just the beginning. Some scientists believe that if we could travel close to the speed of light, our time would slow dramatically. A few years for the traveler could be hundreds of years on Earth. When they return, they would arrive in the future, long after everyone they knew had aged. This is called time dilation, and it's more than a theory, it's a rule of reality. The universe genuinely allows time to flow differently depending on how we move. When I first understood that, I just sat quietly for a minute. Because it means our universe is stranger and more beautiful than we ever imagined. Time isn't a constant background, it's alive. It bends, stretches, and behaves differently depending on where you are and how fast you go. So, yes, traveling forward in time isn't impossible. It's part of physics. The real question is, can we ever travel backward? So, what about the other direction? Backwards, into the past. This is where things become mysterious and honestly, a little unsettling. Scientists don't fully agree. Some theories allow it, some say it might break reality itself, and some believe it could already be happening in places we simply cannot reach yet. One idea involves something called a wormhole. Imagine space not as distance, but as a sheet of paper. If you fold the paper, 2 points that are far apart suddenly touch each other. A wormhole would be like a tunnel between those points, something that connects one moment in time with another. If such tunnels exist, and nobody knows for sure, they might allow someone to step from one moment into another, not forward, but backward, returning to a time that already passed. It sounds impossible, but mathematically, it doesn't break the rules of physics. Of course, we don't know if wormholes actually exist. They might be too unstable, or too small. Or maybe they only appear at the beginning of the universe, We simply don't know. And that uncertainty creates a kind of quiet wonder. Not everything needs an answer. Sometimes the mystery itself is beautiful. If you're still awake and enjoying this calm journey, feel free to like the video or leave a gentle comment. It helps me know someone is here listening tonight. And if you want more peaceful science stories before sleep, subscribing will help you find your way back whenever you need a little softness in your night. Another possibility involves something called a closed, time-like curve. It's a special path in space-time that loops back onto itself. If you traveled along that path, you would eventually return to the moment where you began, like going forward just to arrive at the past. It sounds impossible, but the equations of general relativity actually allow it. Of course, nobody has ever seen one, and we don't know if the universe would allow something so strange without collapsing into paradoxes. We've all heard of the grandfather paradox. What happens if someone travels to the past and prevents their own existence? These questions show how complicated the idea becomes when we try to apply human logic to cosmic laws. Some physicists think paradoxes prove backward time travel cannot exist. Others say the universe might prevent paradoxes automatically, in ways we don't yet understand. A few even believe that if backward time travel is possible, it might only send information, like messages, rather than people. Imagine someday sending a message backwards, warning someone about a mistake before it happens. That alone would change everything. But even if backward time travel never becomes real, the fact that the universe allows it mathematically says something extraordinary about reality. Time isn't a simple, straight arrow pointing forward. It's flexible, and maybe more mysterious than space itself. As you slowly drift deeper into this story, remember this: the universe we live in is full of unknowns. Every answer opens 10 new questions, and sometimes the most wonderful thing we can do is simply relax into not knowing. Let's move a little deeper. Now something even more fascinating. Time flows differently depending on gravity. The stronger the gravity, the slower time moves. That means time on Earth's surface moves slightly slower than time above the Earth in orbit. It's a tiny effect, but it's real, and we've measured it with atomic clocks. What does that mean? It means time isn't universal. It isn't the same for everyone. Two people living their lives in different places are actually living at slightly different speeds. This idea would sound impossible if Einstein hadn't shown us the math behind it. And here's something gentle to think about tonight. Every moment we live is unique, flowing at its own pace, affected by where we are and how we move. You can be sitting quietly at night, while someone orbiting above Earth is aging just a little slower. Time itself listens to space and gravity, not to clocks. Some scientists even believe black holes might hold the deepest secrets about time. Near a black hole, gravity becomes so powerful that time slows almost to a stop. If you could get close to one without being torn apart, time for you would move incredibly slowly. Someone watching from far away would see you frozen in place, while thousands of years pass outside. I don't know about you, but when I think about that, it makes my everyday worries feel a little lighter. The universe is so enormous, so ancient, and so full of strange beauty that sometimes our problems seem a little smaller in comparison. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe the universe gently reminds us that everything moves at its own pace. If you're enjoying this peaceful journey, liking this video or leaving a soft comment helps a lot. And if you want more calm explorations like this before sleep, subscribing will help you find your way back when the night feels heavy and you need a quiet voice. Another idea suggests that time isn't something that flows. Maybe all moments exist at once, like pages in a book. We just experience them one by one because of how our minds work. If that's true, then the future already exists, waiting for us to reach it. And the past still exists somewhere too, preserved like an echo in space-time. It's strange to imagine that every moment of your life might still be out there somewhere. Every memory, every feeling, every sunrise and sunset you've ever seen, all existing like a quiet timeline stretching out around you. Whether or not time travel ever becomes something humans can do physically, just knowing that reality is flexible and mysterious can bring a certain calm. The universe is bigger than our fears, and older than anything we can imagine. Let's bring everything together. So, is time travel possible? In one direction, yes, without question. Traveling forward in time is something the universe already allows, quietly, almost effortlessly. Astronauts do it every day, and one day, if humans travel close to the speed of light, our time will slow so much that we could return to Earth hundreds of years in the future. Backward time travel remains uncertain. It might require things we haven't discovered yet: exotic matter, wormholes, gravitational tunnels, and ideas that stretch beyond what humans understand. But the most beautiful part is this: physics doesn't completely forbid it. The door isn't closed. Maybe the universe is waiting for us to learn a little more. Sometimes, when I think about time, it reminds me that life itself moves differently for each of us. Some days feel fast, others slow. Some moments seem endless, while others disappear quietly. But even if time behaves strangely, one thing is certain: we're here, right now, in this moment, and that's enough. Maybe time isn't something we travel through. Maybe time travels through us, each second shaping who we are and gently carrying us forward whether we notice or not. Thank you for sharing this calm moment with me tonight. I truly hope this helped you relax and made your night a little softer. If this peaceful story felt meaningful, feel free to like or leave a gentle comment. I always read them. And if you want more quiet bedtime journeys like this, subscribing will help you find your way back whenever your nights feel heavy and you need a calm voice. For now, just rest. Let your eyes grow heavy. Let your body sink a little deeper. You've done enough for today. Tomorrow will come in its own time. Sleep well